topic. It's a favorite topic of myself. It's power of personalization in digital marketing. So I want to take you through that, how that personalization has been supporting in the recent trends, and how it has been most needed for digital marketing and audience attention grabbing. So every one of you need to understand that power, its real purpose, and how it's going to support on your marketing success. So I am Pradeep, CEO of Neil Patel Digital India. So how many of them here knows the Neil Patel? I hope the most of the audience are aware of Neil Patel, right? So Neil Patel is marketing guru, and I am just taking care of Neil Patel Digital India, and we have worked with 200 plus brands, and we have 170 people out here, and globally we are more than 1000 people in 9 plus countries. We have been recognized as the fastest global growing agency by Adweek. So when I say about our passion, we have been working for many of the notable brands. I hope you already seen some of the brands which you can easily collect yourself and know brands. We have given the support in digital marketing and SEO services, paid media campaigns, and lots of marketing automations we done for most of the brands, and it has given good output and results, and they are still sticking with us. So personalization, when I say about personalization, everyone need to understand the personalization is a kind of a new marketing currency. When I say about currency, everyone need to understand currency is kind of a denominator for exchange of value between the goods and services. So like that, when I say about personalization, it is a denominator for in exchange of customer loyalty, retention, and satisfaction. That is what personalization is all about. So when I say about personalization, every marketer need to really understand that this is a currency most of them need to use in recent times, and that too particularly in this decade, and every year it has been more focused towards personalization in this competitive landscape. So everyone understand that this marketing currency will lead you to understand more about how that two of the major campaigns I will be highlighting in the coming slides. So how many of them here are the first time entrepreneurs? Okay, cool to see that. How many of them are digital marketers? So for both of you, these slides going to give you lots of inputs and insights and exciting news I got about that personalization. So when I say about the two thing we going to see in the coming slides is about the power of the personalization and hyper personalization. I am just going to take you through one of the data, like 70%, when you take about the whole audience, 70% of the audience likes to engage only with the brand, and they want to give the loyalty to the brand who understand their needs individually. So most of this is the data which has been recently everyone need to aware of. That 70% is a huge number. You can't lose any of the users who are coming into your website or to the businesses. So this is the most needed stuff. And what does personalization really mean? When I say about personalization, see, in this competitive landscape, when day by day the more competitors are coming and when the competition is skyrocketing, so everyone need to understand that all the prospects and all the customers are expecting the deliveries need to be in contextual experience. The deliveries need to be in a much more understanding about them. It's not about random numbers that they have came in as a buyer and you have sold something, and it's not ending there. It need to be like giving some kind of contextual experience between you and the clients or you and the customers. So for that contextual experience, we going to use the tool real personalization. The personalization going to be connecting with them, not only in the first name you going to highlight, it's about like more about, when I say about the first name engagement in email alone won't get you the complete result what you needed in the personalization. The personalization is more about the experience you are giving to every individual users end to end. So it's all about like it's a mechanism which is being used to understand the needs, preferences and interests of the users about what they want and what is they are looking for. This is what you need to look upon by considering personalization. So this is the most needed thing every marketer need to understand in recent times. So every campaign before you are going to organize or you are going to initiate, you want to think upon the end user. It's not about the demographic, it's not about the psychographic about them, it's about like individually who are the customers you are going to analyze and connect. You want to know how that segmentation need to be properly streamlined to reach out to individual audiences. That is most needed. So the new age digital marketers and entrepreneurs and everyone need to personalize their marketing initiatives to connect directly with clients at the right place at the right time. This is becoming as needed because these days every expecting that personalization as the prioritization in their lifestyle. See, whenever you go to the store, in store, or you are coming out of that, you want to think upon that, okay, this guy have bought, when the brand have been appreciating with us with the money we have bought for, then they will really understand that, okay, we can repurchase with the same brand itself. Like that of give and forth connectivity will happen between the brand and the consumer. So this is the most needed in the recent marketing initiatives. Every marketer need to do that. Why they need to do is all about, like when I say, in the recent marketing trends, every users and customers are bombarded with tons of advertising, news, advertising materials through various channels and various mediums. And whenever you go with the visualization, all the ads visualization is trying to sell something, but it's not about that selling something. Whenever consumers want to patronize about your brand or want to buy along with you, you want to respect them, and they will think that, okay, I am going to spend my money. If that money going to have the value, that brand is thinking I am just yet another number, or as I'm human. When that brand is rethinking that, okay, they are humanizing us and they are respecting us and they are actually treating in all the mediums individually by understanding our real value, then the consumers will be again and again coming into the brand for connecting along and carrying forward. So that is what the major need you need to understand. So when I say about in these days, when I generally telling about the users, everyone want personalization. Without personalization, you are missing a huge chunk of your users and customers or prospects to your competitors, because the competition and the market is bombarded with lots of advertisements. So every consumers are expecting, they want to be personalized in all kind of purchases they are doing with products or services. That kind of engagement is back and forth, every consumer is expecting. So we want to give the respect back, and every brands need to think about how to do that personalization. So personalization directly impacts the purchase power. It's not only about the purchase initial stage, about the repurchase and recommendation to their friends. See, more than 75% according to McKinsey's report, it's giving that all the users who have been treated personalized and have been given with good kind of customer experience, they will be recommending your brand to their friends, and they will also take your brand to the next level. They become your own seller and they become your own marketers. You no need to rethink upon like if they come as a one-time buyer and they will go, because the recommendation ratio will increase and it will build your credibility and reputation among all the consumers. So this kind of thing is what happening in the recent 2023 and even the last 4 to 5 years. you need to understand about how that percentage is increasing year on year. The brands nowadays is need to be creating the real value content to engage, retain the audience or retain the customers they have. Because when I say about the real data, most of the brands should not create a random kind of information on their landing page or emails or in other channels without understanding who is the end user. Because if I will be having more purchase power but someone else will be having a different purchase power, you want to understand the contextual of this persona and that persona. You want to segregate the different content as per the need of the respective consumer, then it will reach us the right audience with the real data. So when I say about that, you want to give that approach of every individual personalized, not only with the first name, with the real time approaches by giving exclusive offers with their own order number and with the right location they are coming along at the right time. These kind of approaches will make the brand to get connected with individuals so closer. So you also need to, before initiating any marketing campaigns, every one of you need to understand that this kind of personalization will only reach out to the right audience, and they will also will be sticking with you for long run. The loyalty winning factor is the major thing which we are discussing here. So for that, this is the most needed stuff, real time value content generation. So with that real time personalization, the more of the marketers or the business owners can expect that engagement ratios will be increasing from the users on the inbound channels, and that response rate will be higher, and it will improvise the customer experience with the interaction of your company, and the marketing channels also can maintain the what to say about the news is spreaded across in all channels, will be speaking about the same offer. It won't be a different offer in one more channel, and it is while the customer clicking that channel and coming to your website or any other landing page, they should not see that offers are not changing. So that kind of exclusivity you can bring it, and if you are sharing to the user, they will love your brand to stay and stick with us, stick with the respective brands, and it will make you to achieve the highest revenue and ROI for all the campaigns you are initiating. So that is most needed out here with real-time personalization. And the personalization makes the brand human. When I say about human, every consumer should not think they are numbers. For the consumers, they want thinking that okay, they are treating us well, they are thinking as we are real human. So that given forth is need to be happening. So when that has been happening, the brands and the consumer relationship will be keep on improvising, and the consumer's loyalty also will be keep on improvising. So for that, every one of you need to understand, like when the business comes or with the marketing initiatives, both the things need to happen in the human thinking point of view, and it need to be on relational, not on transactional alone. Transactional is the end goal. I understand everyone want ROI, but everything starts with relational. Even when it comes to Neil Patel, everyone knows that Neil Patel entire medium, everyone got aware of his giveaways and his free marketing content that has promoted him as a #1 marketer in world. So that kind of engagement, what the giveaways, that now we are serving to lots of brand only by the value we have created in the initial stage. That kind of value creation along with personalization makes your brand stand in the top priority with all the consumers. 84% of consumers really buy from the brands. They're like treating as the person, not as a number, as you highlighted there, and that source is from Accenture report. And 91% of consumers are more likely to buy from the brands provide relevant recommendations. When I say about relevant offers and recommendations, you can see it's when you see about the big shots, you know that Amazon you have already aware of, like you are already aware of Netflix. When you see